Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope that everyone will be fine. So, welcome back to this Angular application. To this all series, we will discuss about everything about the Angular application. So, the first thing you need to do is to open your Angular application inside your compiler, whatever IDE you're gonna use. So, I'm using Visual Studio Code as from my very first video. So you need to run your Angular application. So for this, you need to type ng serve dash dash open. That will automatically open runs your Angular application into your browser. All right. So we have a structure like you see here that we have the inside the source folder. That's a main folder where our whole applications services will be created. So inside the app folder, we have HTML, we have the specs.ts for the testing, and we have the TypeScript file and the app.module.ts. So this is the very important file. So in this lecture, I'm going to explain you what actually components are and also the string interpolation and data binding. So there you see that we run our Angular app, and actually it's empty because I removed the app.component.html. So I just need to remove everything from here, but actually nothing here, right? That's fine. So my system, it runs here, or something is running here because I removed completely everything from here. So that's not a big issue. Okay, so here you see we have the browser module, we have the ng module and everything. So what components are? So components are the most basic building block of an user interface in an Angular app. An Angular app is the tree of Angular components. So you see all the four things we just discussed. And also every Angular must have the app module. So app module, it uses the ng module decorator, where we have the declarations, imports and provider and bootstraps. So browser module, you see how we import the browser module from the platform dash browser. So it's cares about running our Angular app to a browser. And next we have the and we have also import the app component. So every time we create component, we need to bring into this file. And we have the array for the declaration there where all the components will be loaded. And also we have the imports, like we have the browser module, form module, HTTP module. So there we have to import every module inside the app.module. And next we have the providers. Providers are just like services where we use AJAX calls, where we create API using observables and everything we will discuss later on. And the last thing, we have bootstrap. That's where all the everything which is loaded inside that we can run it. So that's a very basic explanation about the app.module.ts. So there we gonna create a very first component using Angular, using CLI, ng for the Angular, G for generate, C for component, and we are creating the component inside the components folder, and the name of the component is Sandbox. So I'm gonna press enter, and that will create all the four things for us. The first will be the HTML, specs.ts, TypeScript file, and the CSS. So I'm gonna go inside the app.component.html, and I also open my sandbox. So you see here we have sandbox works. So in order to see whatever we have in our sandbox, I need to go inside the TypeScript file. You see the selectors here, app-sandbox. So I need to put those all the selectors inside the app.component.html in order to see the paragraph text that we have in our HTML file for the sandbox. So that want to be app-sandbox. So I put the selectors for my sandbox component HTML file, and you see now it's working. Sandbox works. All right. So the first thing I'm going to explain to you about the data binding. So for this, I need to go inside the class for the sandbox component TS file. So I'm going to create all the properties and methods here. The first thing is here name, and name equal to Abdullah. And in order to run this, to make this dynamic, I need to go inside my HTML for the sandbox and remove this unnecessary text. So H2 for the heading. And you see I put those two curly braces, and that is basically our string interpolation. That is used for making a data dynamic. So I just have a text. My name is. So inside that, I'm putting the property that we have just included in our TS file. So name, my name is, and you see my name is Abdullah, and that's Abdullah is coming from our TS file. All right, so I hope you guys will understand. We can also add the age for inside our class. We can create a property like age, let's suppose 24, and saves it. And I also can load it dynamically inside my sandbox component. So, and my age is, so curly braces, that's string interpolation, and I put up age and saves it. And now you see my name is this and my age is not showing. Reason because actually I haven't put the equal to here, and later on I want to explain to you about the colon, why we use it. That's for the data type. So for now it's showing my age and my name, so that's cool. So we can also create the an object. So I'm gonna go inside my sandbox TS file. So we can also create the set this an object. So person, I'm creating a person, and inside the person we are creating an object. So the first name, and the last name, saves it. And I need to run this. To run this, I need to go down here and put some paragraph tags here. And the name of the object, we have to use person, person, and the name of the attribute is the first name. So I missed the double curly braces, and also bring this here. All right, so now you see we have our, okay, we are missing something. Oh, actually I missed the first name R. It should be R. And now if I go back to my browser and I want to show me Abdullah. All right, so for the last name, it's very simple. I just need to add the double curly braces, and inside that person dot last name, saves it. And there you see that we have now the first name and the last name. All right, so next we can also create the constructor. So constructor is a special type of method which runs whenever we instantiate an object in a class. So for the constructor, I'm gonna do is, if I put up here, already included the age, and this dot age equal to 25, let's suppose. And now if I just, oh, it's double. Now if I just run this, you see now the age will be, see, something might be wrong. That's fine. Now you see the age is 25. The reason why, because constructor constructor runs whatever we put inside the constructor, it just runs that, and rather including this 24, it shows you 25. So that's where you see the constructor works first. So this dot age is equal to 25. Now we can also create the functions. So let's suppose I created the function has age, and inside that, inside the function, I'm going to do something, just zoom that out. So has age, and that age will be this dot age plus equal to 1. So now if you see that age will be to be 25 plus 1 should be 26, and it's not calling up because we haven't run inside our constructor. So if I put up has age, and now you see that will work. I think so. That's fine. This dot age. So you see now the age is 26. All right. So that's how we can run our methods. Okay. So next we can also do is to create some we can create some HTML like UL. Inside that we have LIs, and inside the LIs we can also run everything like we can also create a method where like show age, and that method where return this dot age, and you see if I pass a page, and that's fine, just one li. So you see that we have 26, and that 26 is just because we add the age, and that age, if I just call this function twice, and that age will add 2 times, so now it will be 27. So notice, you see how easy and how good is the string interpolation, how easier to make our data dynamic. In the next video, we will talk about some data types, which is a type scripts where we will talk about some where we talk about some static typing and data types. And so that's it. I want to see you for the next time.